This is a video chart presentation of ALR Technologies. ALR is a bullet board listed company, trading our ticker ALRT. I would wrap this week up with a look at a 3-year chart. A daily chart of this caught my eye because it's holding a long-term baseline with a solid support at 6 cents. So I thought I'd scale it out and see what this chart's done over a longer period of time. And I see increasingly higher lows and a bit of a descending triangle going on right here, while the price per share is sitting on top of the 200-day moving average. I like to find charts that look like they are at a make or break point. And this chart looks like it's at a decision point where it might be ready to try and come off this support level again and make a move upward. I see the MACD starting to trend back towards zero. Histogram bars riding right around zero at this point. Of course, what I'd look for at that point is to break back through, get the histogram bars back up on the positive side, demonstrate a bullish cross the 12 through 26 EMA. Reference this a lot of times in videos. When I see this ADX all the way down around 10, there's just not much strength to a direction. It's typically a bounce point where the ADX will start to move upward. And that doesn't tell you which direction it's going, but it does tell me that there's some strength being added to a direction. So I'd have that on watch right now for the ADX to start to move upward. MFI is indicating buying. 714 and 21 all trending upward and now breaking through 50. That's a positive sign. I also like to see the way that this accumulation distribution has been on a strong upward path. And that's reiterated by the Chaikin money flow, which for the better part of 2 years has shown that buying pressure has outweighed selling pressure. Not getting a lot from the commodity channel, down pretty low. I like to see that up over top of zero. And of course the official buy point comes on the break of 100. Because the price per share is just sitting on a support level, it'd be pretty much expected that there's not a lot of momentum in the play, and that's what the full stow is telling me. It is making a slightly higher low and not dipping into oversold territory, but I'd have my eyes peeled for this to break back above 50 and try and hold at those levels. Tricks like the MACD, slight upward trend. RSI's trending just below 50. That's still bear chart territory. I want to see them on the upper half of the indicator, much like through here. RSI's trending over top of 50. Price per share is on a solid climb. All registering in the 40s. It is pretty neutral. And if the price does make a move off this support level, I would anticipate they'll break back through 50 and take on a bullish look. That support at 6 is solid. There's also some more support right there at 7 cents. I'm not zoomed in close enough because this is a 3-year weekly chart. Looks like that's closed yesterday at 7.5, and that's sitting right on top of the 200-day. So while 6 is real strong and I'd anticipate bounces off of that level, holding above 7 is important because I want to see it holding over top of that 200-day moving average. From the resistance side of things, definitely a little bit mixed right in there at 9. It was a breakout point back here in early 2011. It's had a tough time recently holding above that level, so I consider that the first area of resistance. And I see some more right there at 12, representing these old highs of 2012. A move above that should really put this chart in a bull mode, be trading over top of the 50-day moving average and of course the 200-day at that point. Inevitably what that would do would get the 50-day curling, trending upward. 200-day would start to pull upward as well. And the most bullish of charts, the 50 and 200-day are trending upward, and the price per share is holding over top of both those moving averages. So that's exactly what I'd be looking for in the long term. In the grand scheme of things, top end resistance at 24 cents. Now that's a huge move from where it is from 7.5 to that level. I'm not looking for that tomorrow. Remember, this is a weekly chart, so there is a considerable amount of time generally involved for any substantial swings in price. It's a little bit lower volume play, 237,000 shares traded so far this week. So if it does start to climb, I wouldn't be that concerned about volume levels, but if it starts to move near 12, that's when I'd want to see some spikes. I'd want to see well over 1 million shares traded, because trying to punch through a resistance point and make some new highs over the course of this year, I'd want to see volume pouring into it and getting some strong momentum behind the play. Of course, if it does break through and wants to pull back, ideally I'd look for it to hold that 12-cent mark as a new support level, perhaps consolidate a little, and then try and put together some more upward pressure to potentially go challenge these old highs. It's a nice looking chart though. Over the last year, solid support level established, price per share just now over top of that level, and I'd have my eyes on this play in the future because the gains can come pretty quickly with a move from 8 to even that level. It's a 50% climb. Overall though, nice looking technical chart, good example of a baseline, and one I'll be watching to see where it goes from here. As always, it's merely my interpretation of the ALRT chart. Thank you for watching and trade smart.